Hi YouTube, Hedgie Chins here, back with another video. So today I'm just going to be doing some updates and answering a question, kind of talking about it a little bit. So sorry for my absence. I picked up some extra days at work trying to make up for lost time, so I've just been so tired and completely out of it. I come home, give everybody some floor time and sleep. So, but I'm back and kind of alive. I'm a little tired today too, but I really needed to make this video. I feel so bad. And I just want to thank you guys for your support of my channel and saying all these wonderful things and comments. I really appreciate it. It makes me very happy. So, updates. The Chins are doing great in their triple decker. They're really happy. A cage tour will be coming next week. The reason I just haven't done it yet, I was waiting for a couple orders, but now everything is here, so I can go ahead and do the cage tour next week. Let's see, anything specific with the Chins? No, I think that the Chins are great though. Fuzzy bit my finger yesterday. I forgot what was happening. Oh, Gizmo was trying to get through the bars and pick at him while I was cleaning the cage, and so I tried to grab Fuzzy so he won't get bit, and he bit me. So anyway, so they're doing good. Pebbles is Pebbles. I just gave her some chicken. She's gonna be really happy tonight. She loves chicken. I don't give it to her very often, but she does get it every once in a while. The pigs are doing wonderful. We changed I forgot what the original dimensions of the cage were, but we changed it to a 2 by 4.5. Reason being is that we wanted it to fit the wall exactly. And in doing so, we cut the cage a little bit shorter than what it was, not much. I took off the second level because they were just making too much of a mess with it. So now they're just on a completely flat 2 by 4.5 CNC cage, and they're doing well. We had a couple of issues with the last cage, as well as some of the things that we had in it. First things first is the hay bag. A lot of people use those for their pigs. They're supposed to be really great, and they are. I ordered 2 from Etsy, and they didn't want to use it properly. They wanted to go inside of the bag and just sit in there, so it was kind of an issue just because I didn't want anybody to poke an eyeball out. So I removed all the hay bags, and they really like having loose hay so they can tumble in it and stuff, so that's fine with me. So I just removed all the hay bags. The second level, it was just small, so like in the morning I would come in to grab the bowl for their veggies, and there would be poop and pee and all kinds of stuff in the bowl, and it was really disgusting. And also the staircase was an issue. They just wanted to poop on it, and it was just so gross. It had like a piece of carpet that you can change it if you want, but the replacements were just out of this world expensive, so I didn't even bother with that. So without further ado, I'm going to talk about a frequently asked question about bonding chinchillas. So, I'm not an expert on this. I failed twice. I was successful twice and failed twice. So, if that makes sense. So, I'll talk about some things that I've read, some research that I've done myself, and from personal experience. So, I'll start with my personal experience with bonding chinchillas. Fuzzy and Rodolfo, my 2 standard grade chinchillas, were once bonded. Not really sure what happened. We later got Gizmo, which is our mosaic chinchilla, and they were all bonded at one point, and then Rodolfo and Gizmo kind of like threw Fuzzy to the side. So they just stopped getting along, so I had to separate them. So Rodolfo and Gizmo became cage mates. And then Fuzzy was kind of the loner. And I have read that chinchillas like to be in herds or groups or pairs unless they are too aggressive to get along with other chins. Now, I wouldn't say that mines are aggressive, but they've all got their own kind of thing. Like, Fuzzy just doesn't want to share. Like, hands down, I wouldn't say that he's aggressive towards other chins. He just doesn't want to share his things. And no matter how many of them I put throughout the cage, so he has the little fleece tube, and he loves it. And I bought a couple for each level. I bought about 2 per level or something like that. So there was multiple tunnels to see if that might, fix the issue. Because it's his prized possession. He won't sleep anywhere else. He really loves it. And I thought by adding more, maybe it would solve the problem. Everybody has a tunnel, but it didn't work that way, unfortunately. So last month, Rodolfo and Gizmo decided to just go separate directions. And speaking of separate directions, chinchillas can be bonded successfully, but that does not mean that they're going to be bonded forever. Unfortunately, chinchillas like to choose their friends, as we humans do. If they see another chin that they don't like, they're just like, I don't even have to know you, and I don't want to know you. So that's pretty much how it works. There's plenty of techniques that I've heard of that you can use to help bond your chins. The way I did it was I put the cage in the bathroom, which is the only room in my house that has tile, which is easy to clean. So I had one chin out running around and then one inside the cage. That way they can, sniff, and if either of them feel threatened, the other one can run or whatever. That's how I did it. It worked, but again, my chins are no longer bonded, so I'm not an expert at this. But another thing I have heard is that you can do that in different rooms of the house. Try changing the atmosphere. Also, you want to provide a very large cage, especially if you have more than 2. The problem with having a small cage when you have 2 chins is that they don't want to share. Just like Fuzzy, if you buy 1 of something, you kind of have to buy 2 because they'll fight over it. It's not enough. You need to have as many toys available as possible, as many hideouts, all those good things. It's only fair to have multiple accessories in your cage to accommodate more than 1 chinchilla. It's just like, for example, like when you were a kid and you had this one toy and it was your favorite, but you had that little sister that wanted to play with it, and your mom was like, you have to give your little sister a turn. Like, no, you don't want to do that. So same thing with chins. They get bored really easy. You have to provide a lot of things for them to do. So let's see what else. You want to provide multiple water bottles, multiple feeding stations to accommodate more than 1 chinchilla. You do not want to have 1 bowl because they're all going to fight over 1 bowl. If you give 1 a treat, give them all a treat. It's not fair if you just give them 1. Make sure that you just have multiple of everything. That's key, really. They get bored so easy. That's why I really stress when people have like a small cage with nothing in it. It's because your chinchilla is going to get bored, and those are the stupid people that end up online trying to sell their chinchilla, and they're like, oh, it's just not that interesting, or oh, my daughter got bored. Yeah, I'd be bored too. So, just do the research as much as possible on bonding. There's just so much to read on it. Those are just the techniques that I have used and have seen other people use. But it's not set in stone. If 2 chinchillas do not like each other, they're not going to like each other. And that's bottom line. Always have 2 cages or like an extra cage aside just in case. Because even if they're bonded for 10 years, they could always turn on one another. So you must have multiple of everything. Just keep a storage cage, like one of those foldable ones, the crappy ones that you get at the pet store, just until, hopefully the unlikeliness of that happening. I can't say it's unlikely though, because it's happened twice to me, so I always have something separate handy for the chins, but everybody else gets along. My chins are just spoiled. Super, super spoiled. I don't think anyone spoils their chins as much as I do. They literally have a package coming in every week. But, yep, the pigs are sleeping very comfortably in their new home. I want to get a couple of accessories for them in the future, but right now they have one set, which is really sad. I mean, they have multiple fleece liner sets. They just don't have many, like beds and stuff. They have a house, which Duchess claimed. Duchess is the all black one, and Flower, the black and white one. She kind of claims the little, blankets, the Martha Stewart blankets with the animal heads, and the little bed, and, you know, the little cozy sack. She likes those kinds of things. Duchess is more about hiding. So, if I can answer any further questions, please feel free to comment below. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry I have to cut this video short. I'm, like, falling asleep. But, yes, please continue to like, subscribe, share, I don't know, but thank you so much again for all your support and all your sweet comments. I enjoy reading everything, and I enjoy responding to you guys. So if there's anything that I can answer, if you want to do a Q&A video, I could do just a whole video on question and answer. Next week will be the Chinchilla Cage Tour, the updated Chinchilla Cage Tour, and yep, that's it. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you all for watching. Bye.